AEW's All In London event has now sold over 60,000 tickets for Wembley Stadium, capacity 90,000 seats. They have made it through their pre-sales. The first 3 days, I think, started earlier last week on Tuesday, Wednesday. The pre-sales started, and then the first official open to the public day was this past Friday. And as of the end of Friday, it was being touted that they had sold over 60,000 fucking tickets already. 30,000 more to go. They have not announced one single match for the event yet. We don't know who's on the card. Nobody cares who's on the card, apparently. 60,000 plus people don't care who's on the card at this point. They just want to go see this spectacle, this event. This is going to be a huge, huge deal, and it has already set all kinds of records, both for AEW and just for professional wrestling in Wembley Stadium. For more on this topic, for professional wrestling in general, to be honest with you, as far as ticket sales, almost no event has sold tickets faster than this one, except for maybe WrestleMania in Dallas, according to Dave Meltzer. Check out this clip where he talks about this and just this huge deal that this really is, that AEW has sold this many tickets this fast. Check out this clip.
This or the 2016 Mania in Dallas would be the fastest selling pro wrestling tickets in history. So just being mentioned along the lines of, well ahead of, not well ahead, but ahead of Wembley in 92, ahead of WrestleMania 3, ahead of every other WrestleMania other than the Dallas. So that is, it's incredible. It's an incredible story. I mean, it's funny because somebody on Twitter just wrote to me and said, you go back to the start, this would be the movie. And it really would. I mean, because of, it's not all positive. I mean, the idea of what, the Young Bucks and Cody started, and then the meeting of Tony Khan and the building of this company and getting to this date with Cody gone and all of the stuff that happened over the last year. I mean, it is an incredible story. And the success, when they booked Wembley Stadium and they announced it on that show, it was funny because at first that day before the TV show, somebody had mentioned Wembley and I go, oh, fuck, not again. They're going to run Wembley Arena. It's like, they're going to sell that out so quick. And
that's what I thought too. I thought it was the arena.
Yeah, I was so mad because they always, every time, there's no doubt in my mind that if they had run a stadium in LA, they'd have done, 25 to 30,000. I know for sure if they would have run the stadium, which they couldn't get in Toronto, but they would have gotten, easily 25 to 30,000. And I thought in England, they would get easily 25,000, maybe 30. When they did the stadium, it was like, wow, that is a gamble, but it's a smart gamble. And it's one that they needed to do. And the idea, a lot of people, the draw, it's a really interesting draw here because the draw is AEW is the primary draw, the fact that they haven't been there. But the idea that they booked Wembley in and of itself made it a draw.
I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility at this point for them to sell out completely. 90,000, 90 plus thousand, 94, whatever the fuck it is. I think they can do it. They have made it to 60 plus thousand without even announcing anything other than they were going to be there. By the time of this recording on a Sunday morning, it's probably sold more. It could be pushing 70 by now. This is a big deal, and they haven't announced anything for this yet, and that's what's going to put it over the edge is how they build this card. Because at this point, they could make this just like a Dynamite, and nobody's going to give a fuck. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, the crowd might feel disappointed, but at this point, it's already a huge success. They could half-ass this show and just do a show over there, and it would be fine. But I don't think they should. I think they need to make this the biggest show that they can possibly put together. I think they need to really push the elite to agree to work FTR and CM Punk. I think they need to. I think that's the match that will sell 30,000. That's going to sell out this arena. Hey, Young Bucks, do you want to sell out? Do you want to sell out the arena? Agree to face FTR and CM Punk. One match, one time only. You never have to look at the guy again. Get a fucking huge payday out of it. Get a bonus. I don't care what it takes. Make that match happen at this point, because that's what's going to sell 34,000 more tickets. And then you add in, you got the possibility of Sting's retirement match. If you announce that ahead of time, don't do this shit where you go, oh, this if Sting loses, he retires. No. Win, lose, or draw, this is Sting's last match. So the draw, part of the draw. Do you want to go see Sting's last match? Buy your ticket. Buy your ticket to be part of this moment. And then give Sting the bow at the end of the match. You know, let him stand in the ring and absorb the crowd's fucking... and really have a moment like when Ric Flair retired at WrestleMania, or The Undertaker when the streak ended or something. Like really make that a moment. Make that a selling point for this show. I think you're going to sell many more tickets just based on Sting's retirement. People that were on the fence, because you're not going to get anybody to go, okay, well, it's Sting's retirement, now I'm going to go. Specifically for that, maybe not. But it could be something that puts people over the edge. People are kind of, you know, I'm sure there are people waiting to see, well, what kind of show are they going to put together? Who's going to be there? What am I buying a ticket to? You know, maybe I want to see if CM Punk actually comes back. That's going to be the next thing. CM Punk just being back, just being there is going to be huge. And I hope to God he doesn't wrestle before he does that, because I don't want him to get injured. You know, no dives into the crowd, none of that shit. Just fucking come out, cut promos if you're debuting in June at that new show, Collision. Fine. But don't wrestle. Don't put your body on the line until you're at that show, because we don't want you to get injured and not be able to make it. Make your in-ring return All In. Hopefully in a 6-man. Probably not, but hopefully. That would be sweet. Also, I wouldn't hurt to bring Goldberg in. You know, that's been heavily speculated, and it's an easy go-to to sell more tickets. I think you don't hire Goldberg to be part of AEW, but you bring him in for that show, perhaps, to work with somebody. Mercedes Moné, you bring her in, too. I think you need to do that. Bring her in to work with Britt or Jamie Hayter or Saraya. All three of those would be money marquee matches that could put this over the top. That's what you need to do. MJF's got to defend that world title. It's going to be interesting. They got All Out after that, the week after, so they're going to be kind of building two shows at the same time, essentially, which could work out in their favor. It really could. I don't know that I'm willing to go as far as to say that this is going to sell out 94,000 tickets, but I think they have a chance. Now that we've seen 60 plus without ever even announcing a match, if they can put together the greatest card that AEW has ever put together, and they can make this a WrestleMania level event, get some celebrities, get some British celebrities even, you know, bring in, you involve the Fulham fucking football team, pull out all stops at this point, do everything you can. Make this a magical fucking show. A one-night fucking magical show. I think they can hit 80,000. I think I'm safe to say they'll be in the 80,000s. High 70s or low 80s. I don't know if they can do 94, but they could. I'm not ruling it out, and that's phenomenal. 60,000 plus is phenomenal. You heard Meltzer say it. It's already the second, if not the first, fastest selling wrestling show of all time. Above Dallas. Most tickets sold in the shortest amount of time kind of thing. Might have been WrestleMania Dallas, but still, just to be in that conversation, like Meltzer said, holy shit. They're probably going to draw more actual people than WWE did for SummerSlam 1992. This is a big deal. They might draw more people than WWE did at Clash at the Castle. This is huge for professional wrestling. I love that they're having the success that they are. I love that this event is making itself out to be as big as promised. You know, they went with the All In name. That's shows that they're taking a risk, that they're betting it all, that they're putting their balls on the table. You know, it's a very symbolic name to call this event. And by all accounts, it's a goddamn success. A huge success. Unbelievable. Great job from everybody involved with AEW. And the haters will keep hating. They'll always find a reason to hate. But this is undeniable at this point. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Do you think AEW's All In London will sell out 94,000 tickets? Or if not, how much do you think they will sell? If we're at 60,000 plus, we got all the way till August before the show. No matches have been announced. They could literally book anything that they want to, as long as, you know, people are willing to work with each other or not. What do you want to see? What do you think it'll draw? What do you think will draw? What matches will draw the 94,000? Let me know all your thoughts on this down in the comments below. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next.
Let me tell you something, brother. You can check out full episodes each and every Sunday right here on this channel, dude. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to take your vitamins and say your prayers, brother.